Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So in this one, I really wanted to ask the question, should the New York Jets go out and extend Tackle George Fant? Okay, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. But look, George Fant has been a reliable player for the Jets. He has been durable. Quite frankly, he's been my favorite offensive player. I know he's not the... like a super playing a super sexy position. He's not some superstar or anything like that, like a Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, DK Metcalf. But man, when I look at what George Fant has been able to do in his short time with the New York Jets, I'm totally impressed. Okay, he keeps his head down, he works, there's no drama at all. He's been a guy that the Jets have been able to really rely on both sides of the offensive line. He only allowed 1 sack on 887 snaps, allowed 18 pressures, which is 7th among all of the NFL, right, in tackles that took at least 50% of the snaps. 6'6", 320 pounds, 29 years old. I really, is George Fant a top 2, top 3, top 4 tackle in football? No. But man, is he reliable and durable. So whatever word you want to throw out there, George Fant shows up and he continues to get better. He's coming off a great season like we just talked about. So I really think it comes down to 2 answers. We have one road, which is just, let's sign George Fant. Let's extend him right now. Although it could be a little pricey. The Jets obviously have a decent amount of cap space next season. So, an extension is realistic, okay? I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities by any means, okay? But the other road that the Jets could travel down is waiting. And they could come to a decision after the year saying, you know what, it's just not worth it. We're just going to move forward with Mekhi Becton. Maybe we'll sign somebody, trade for somebody, draft a new tackle or something like that. If George Fant were to fall off or have a disappointing season, they could also just wait and hope that he continues to look how he has and continues to get better, and then all of a sudden you have a little bit more closure on what you're getting, right? If you're handing out another multi-year deal here, you want to know what you're going to be getting, okay? But the flip side to that is if George Fant continues to ball, whether it's on the left side, the right side, whatever it may be, his asking price is probably going to go up, okay? So, I mean, look, if George Fant, plays 10 games, let's say, and Joe Douglas now decides, and looks really good, now Joe Douglas decides, you know what, we want to extend him, his asking price, his agent, they're probably going to bump that number up. It just makes sense, okay? So that's the tough decision that Joe Douglas has to weigh here, and we've seen somewhat of a similar situation, not identical, but kind of similar with the John Franklin Myers extension. They're thinking long term, they're thinking potential, him developing with Robert Saleh, this defensive coaching staff, and he started off the year really hot. Joe Douglas obviously goes out and gives him that multi-year deal, pretty big money contract as well. So, look, at the end of the day, I love George Fant. I want him to be here, and he was actually asked about it. I think it was maybe a couple weeks ago, regarding the future with the Jets, everything like that, because he is in the last year of his deal here. And he did say that they've discussed it. Both sides want to get it done. There's definitely mutual interest there. And I think the exact quote was, "I want to be here for the rest of my career." Okay, and to hear a guy say that, a guy who's already with the Jets, say that about this team, I think it's encouraging. Okay, so for me, if I was Joe Douglas, I would truly work to get some sort of multi-year contract done. I'm not saying we got to make him a top 5, top 10 paid tackle in football, but I definitely want George Fant in our foxhole moving forward. Okay, I know there's been some Becton question marks, but I will say this though. Joe Douglas, the former offensive lineman, came from Philadelphia, right? A team that really built up the offensive line and won a Super Bowl with it. He passed on offensive line multiple times in not only just the first round, but the second round as well, right? Third round. Joe Douglas passed. He had an opportunity, 4th overall, to take any offensive lineman in the class. Evan Neal, Charles Cross, these guys aren't scrubs by any means. Okay, these are legit tackle prospects. Ike Mekwanu's another guy. He passed on them all. Okay, what is that to take a corner, by the way? And Sauce Gardner comes back at spot number 10. Yes, the top 3 tackles are gone, but he had 2 more opportunities in round 1 to go out and take a tackle if he felt like that was a huge team need. and he passed. Okay, so what does it tell you about what Joe Douglas feels, or what we could assume about how Joe Douglas feels about Mekhi Becton? I think it's safe to say that the Jets organization feels comfortable with Becton and Fant moving forward, at least for this upcoming season. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you want to just cut out the BS and just sign George Fant now, extend him to a multi-year deal, or would you want to wait and play that game? It's always good to have more closure, more data on a player, but I think for me at this point, we've seen what he can do on the left side, the right side, like we talked about. He is coming off a great season, fits the system, fits the culture. He's a guy I'm really excited about. And by the way, he's not like 36, 37 years old. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.